I'm going is, what happens if we don't succeed, if we don't get the result as expected? That's such a bad thing for humanity, for the planet. Where does the "it's all perfect" draws the line? Where does that "it's all perfect" stops?
It's not perfect. Where does it start? No, yeah, like
No, it's worse.
no, you know, like that is the purpose, like as a soul to develop. So I'm always saying, like, we don't, how do you say this in English? Regret. So you don't go back, you know. So if your soul already developed through the incarnation process at this point, like level 10, you cannot go back to level 9.
Yeah.
So before you be even near to go back to level 9, you'll be disincarnated. Okay, you'll pass through other processes in other dimensions, in other realities, in other planets even, you know. So there's two ways to be here on planet Earth, basically, like being superficial. The samsaric reincarnation process, that samsaric, yeah, your soul is like just keep coming and going, coming and going, coming and going, and volunteering processes.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point on Earth, we have several volunteers. Why? Because there's a lot of us that need to sustain what happened with the planet.
Yeah.
So it's not a normal time as a species. That's why you're hearing several psychics and several channelers and everyone saying, like, all of us, all of you guys are so special because we are here at this point, at this moment of the planet. So we hear this all the time. And it's true. Even if our role here now, it's not to remember anything, you know, it's to develop a more humble way of living. It's to develop love, unconditional love. It's to develop, you know, family values. This is all energy, and this is all a fingertip also. So this is all imprinting energy and frequency. And sometimes as a soul, doesn't matter if you have all these powers in yourself from other realities or from other lifetimes. Now the best you can do to all of this is to imprint unconditional love. And if for your soul that is to be, you know, married with kids and totally out of all of these worlds, that is it. So for me, it's not something, this all spiritual stuff, it's not something that it's mandatory for all of us, you know.
Yeah.
You don't even need to understand that. You are always doing the work. Doesn't matter what you're actually, you know, doing or imprinting or what you're thinking. So it's within you. And there's a lot of us that are really doing this work like carefully without knowing and being like super needed and huge sustainers than, you know, someone that actually work in spirituality.
Right.
So it's not a thing. So yeah, we have this within us. We are graduated in this, but that's it. Like for me, you have like this shelf full of, you know, memories, gifts, talents, the good and the bad ones, you know, power and a lot of stuff. And we are tested again all the time, like all the time. They never give you anything back unless they know your soul will not compromise the path that already was, you know, developed and reached. Right. So that's why the test that we when we embrace or when we get into a real energetic work, a strong one that will like merge our soul and will, you know, change some paths and change some open new gates within it, that will happen for sure. Because everything around you, your spiritual teams, your protectors, you know, all your lineages, not from only this reality but the others that are related to you, all your fractals, all of this, all this knowledge need to be sure that you will pick up this shining beautiful ball and bring back to you in a way that actually keeps, you know, increasing your development, or will actually be useful to put on this time and space right now to be useful for the humanity. So this is a really like key moment in the planet. It's a key moment, so you cannot mess with this for sure.
Great. So, but it's a key moment. So what happens? There's a goal, I guess, that we have to reach. What's that goal?
Right now, it changes from time to time.
Okay, right now. So, but there's a goal, right? What is that goal?
It depends on the level of consciousness we are talking about. So, we are like a lot of humans incarnated here. We are not all working for the same levels of consciousness, because this is a macro reality with macro needs, and you know, it's a whole environment. So it's a whole. There's a lot for everyone. Let's say like this. So for as a collective to reach some point in terms of development and in terms of frequency, a lot of micro tiny frequencies here and there need to be changed, and there's a lot of micro goals. Let's say like this. So there's several of them, but for sure we are dealing now with this AI reality. So this is a challenge. This will be a huge challenge for planet Earth for sure. So a goal for sure will be how to harmonize and live with this whole future that is coming. And you have people actually that came from future in terms of you don't have just past lives. You have future lives too. So some of us also are able to see how it is in the future, and this can be changed. So I would say the goal now is for all of us as a human and as a species, and I think that's happening already, be a little more present and not that excited about these all transformative, you know, tools and possibilities, because there's a risk there. There's a huge risk there. And planet Earth is a planet that is like, it's one of the most, how do you say this in English, like cobiçados, one of the most
Cobiçados?
Everybody wants it.
yeah,
Demanded. It's very demanded.
But everybody
Like everyone wants to incarnate here.
No. It's one of the most interesting planets for the other species.
Okay.
So when you are in these huge transitions, again, let's use the comparison as a teenager.
Yeah.
When in our teen, like it's super easy to be compromised at some point, right?
Yeah.
So through friends, through going out with here and there. So it's easy. There's some flaws. There's some spaces where it's easy to non-interesting interference to come, and sometimes they come and and they are actually good because they will help us to develop, some paths and some possibilities. But some of them may actually represent a risk also. So we need to monitorize even better that teenager. So we need to monitorize even better and with more presence and with more love that path. So I would say that's the...
Okay, but let's just think for a second on the worst case scenario. We don't reach the goal.
The planet ends.
Okay, the planet ends.
Yeah.
Okay. So
there's a possibility in terms of timelines in the next 600 years that something may happen. But that's why we are all here now, 600 years before incarnated to avoid that.
Okay, but by 600 years from now, it's not going to be AI. It's going to be whatever. I mean, probably, maybe it is AI, but I mean, it's going to be at such, it advanced so fast that 600 years is, for AI is
that's
like...
why we are incarnated in the root cause.
That's why?
You are incarnated in the root cause.
I'm incarnated in the root cause. Okay. Okay, let's say that again. Let's just put an example. Worst case scenario, we cannot reach the goal, which we are going to reach the goal.
Of course, that's why we
Just
are incarnated in the root cause.
That's why we're here. But I just want to, because there's a part of this that is interesting. And so, if the planet explodes, the planet ends, whatever you
has happened before
has
several times.
Okay. This planet.
Yeah,
as in Atlantida. Okay.
Not the first
time. Okay, but not the planet.
Would not be the first time.
Not that the planet explodes, but humanity vanishes.
Humanity as humans, this little form, which is the last interesting in the whole system. Yes, this is super easy to go away.
Okay, but where I'm going is I'm going beyond that. I'm going beyond our humanity, our soul.
Oh, you'll have other civilizations that take care of the place for sure.
Yeah, and our soul. I mean, we're not gonna in this lifetime. We cannot help humanity because I'm not able to resolve and disarm the bomb, right? I'm going to disincarnate. I'm going to die. My soul is going to find somewhere else to incarnate if there's no humans.
Yeah,
Am I correct on the assumption that I'm saying?
Yes.
So we want to help a project. We're here to help a project of humanity.
Project Earth.
Project Earth. Okay, Project Earth. and fully committed to it. But also we know that if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I mean, it's not a problem. We disincarnate, we are a soul, we reincarnate somewhere else.
It is a problem because
Why?
when as a soul,
That's where I'm going.
Yeah, when as a soul you are like, you receive the mission to go to some place during certain time, mixed up with your daily life problems that they're actually an illusion. You receive this mission as a soul together with several others around the globe.
Yeah.
So when we don't do what we need to do, and when actually we don't connect with each other, which is a problem still in these days, to do and to deliver what we need to do, there's a whole, almost a karmic, situation due to the task you receive and you agreed with, especially if it's volunteering. There's a whole agreement. There's a lot of
but I'm not saying. But I'm not saying I'm gonna just be oblivious, or like, it's just that I'm not gonna be successful because it's a very challenging project. It's a very challenging mission.
Yeah, right? But it's one of the most, as I was telling you, the most disputed planets because of everything that it has, and because have one particular substance and plasma that it's generated through a substance which is love. And you don't have that in several others. You don't have emotions in several others.
Okay.
And this go back to a question that you did last year. That was about unconditional love and the whole thing. This is a really important question because that's actually the answer for this whole thing that is happening. So this is one of the most wanted planets because of its own resources, of its capability, its knowledge, So we must do what we need to do the time we have around. And we need to, and we are not only working for the planet or for the macro, we are also working on ourselves in terms of souls. So while we are doing this, and I'm always saying like this is a Super Mario game, actually that's how I see it. So while
Super Mario
game, so I'm like,
okay.
While you are helping this collective, you are also developing yourself because we need to deal with this daily life full of problems and demands and people and so it's a win-win in the end of the day if you manage to see life or to awaken to understand this whole illusion and theater and to see life as actually it is. So you will win in a way or another because as soon you keep developing yourself and your soul and you keep imprinting this new consciousness and seeds from the lighter and the higher realms that you could possibly you are delivering it, and for sure nothing will happen with our planet. We have amazing ultra developed souls incarnated at the same time and it's never happened before, so I'm pretty sure the course of it. But still, in this moment, we need to have this consciousness. So it's not just because you will win a game that the game cannot change. So the result cannot change if you just like lay down and I know this. And so there's cross paths still open.
You mentioned the word simulation, and a question